Hi guys, and welcome back to Couch Critics. I'm Lamia.
And I'm Ruby, and today we're reviewing 500 Days of Summer.
Yes, the movie's trending again for some reason.
Yeah,
I see it all over my TikTok feed.
me too. It is a very fallish movie, even though it's called 500 Days of Summer, but for me,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful movie to watch in the fall season.
So it's basically a love story that starts out as wrong. I mean, the movie starts out with the main character being broken up with.
Yeah, and I want to stop on that because one of the videos that I always see about this
Mm,
movie is that this movie is not a love story, but if it's a story about love.
Yeah.
And that's like my favorite way to describe it. It's a beautiful perspective, I find.
Yeah, and I feel like it's very relatable to like our generation right now because
Yeah.
this movie is about, to me, it's about labels and like
Yeah.
how would you name a relationship, and like
Yes.
the whole movie is one character questioning what his relationship is with his girlfriend between
His
brackets,
situationship,
his situationship,
pretty
and the
much.
other character not being able, like wanting a full on relationship but
Yeah.
not the tag that comes
Yes.
with it.
Yes. And I feel it's really beautiful because I feel I've always see people talking about how they've been all three people in the relationship.
Yeah,
Like they've been Tom, they've been Summer, and then at some point there've been Autumn,
yeah,
who appears at the end of the movie. But yeah, I think yeah, I love the story. It's it feels like a teenage movie, but it's about young adults.
yeah.
It's about Tom, who's an architect, I believe, but he works in a card making company or something like this. And
Hmm.
he meets Summer, who's the ultimate girl next door. Like, she's
Yeah.
this nice and like she's just like his type. And he's been wanting to date her from the beginning of the movie. And yet, from the beginning, she's been telling him that she doesn't want a relationship. And it's him not being able to understand that. And then one day after it doesn't work out, he realizes that she got engaged and she's to be married, and just like completely um, messes with him.
Yeah.
And the movie is called 500 Days of Summer because they did spend 500 days together,
Hmm.
technically.
And her name is Summer.
And her name is Summer, yes.
Yeah.
I used to think it was a movie about summer, but it wasn't.
Same. I've watched it yesterday, so to me it was a summer movie. I
Yeah.
did not understand why people were watching it right now, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's a movie that you could watch any time of the year. Um, I think it's hard to find a villain in this story because, like it's especially at this age right now, I feel like we're living in the golden age of situationships,
Yes.
and you know, we just have like so many labels on
Hmm.
like the way that you could describe a relationship. And so yeah, if we look at the situation from Tom's point of view, it's totally valid because he has this relationship that looks like a relationship with this
Yeah.
girl. They're both committed to each other. They're not seeing other people, etc. And if the counter argument to that is that Summer said that she didn't want a relationship, so
Yes.
who is in the wrong to you?
It's really hard to tell. I feel like from the beginning, Summer knew that she wasn't sure about
Mm,
Tom. And I feel like that speaks volumes because if I feel like if you meet the right person, even if technically you say you're not willing to commit or to be in
yeah,
a relationship, it's gonna work out. You're gonna make it work out. But I feel like Summer used Tom as a placeholder, which I don't blame her for it because she was honest with him from the first day. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Tom
but
always was
I do
hanging on
feel
hope.
like her honesty like was a disguise to like her dishonesty, because just because you say that you don't want anything serious, your acts are the one that should
Yeah.
define like what you want. Because if you expect the other person to be committed and to just like, not see other people and to act as your boyfriend like that, that means that it's a relationship. And
Yeah.
no matter how you turn it around and how you call it, it's still a relationship. That's how it's described on
Yeah.
Google.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, we could also look at this as like the manifestation of a toxic relationship, because
I
at the end
think
of the
so.
day it's not a sweet rom-com. It's about a guy whose heart got broken, and it's about this girl who has issues.
Yeah.
So,
But I also think that Summer wasn't the right person for him. I'm pretty sure Tom believes that Summer was the one, but come to think of it, like he
mm,
never tried to be a better person when he was with her. Like he
yeah,
was always under like he wasn't working to his full potential, and it took Summer to break up with him or to get engaged to someone else for him to start looking for jobs in his field,
Mm,
for him to start to make his life better. And it felt like, I feel like it was also selfish of him that when he was with Summer, he wasn't trying his best to
yeah.
be the best partner. And it also explains why Summer didn't want to stay with him,
Mm,
because he wasn't really trying to work on himself, or the relationship felt like he took it for granted.
mm,
So in all, I think they weren't the right people for each other, but them crossing paths did help them
girl.
both grow. Exactly.
Also, I feel like Tom was projecting a lot in the
Yeah.
sense of like maybe the idea that he had about Summer wasn't
Hmm.
very accurate. Like he
Yeah.
expected her to be this kind of, like this idea of a girl, of the perfect girl next door, but she wasn't. And
Hmm.
whenever she would say that she wasn't, he would just like, decide to believe in a totally different reality.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that.
Mm.
And yeah, I love this movie because the first time I heard of it was during an acting class, and I
Okay.
had two classmates who redid one scene, and it was the scene where he told her, "You got engaged," and this whole scene to me
The
is
last
striking.
scene.
Yeah, the last scene, it's so beautiful, and a lot of people have speculations about it not having really happened. Like for a lot of people, Tom has imagined the scene to get the closure he didn't get from Summer,
Hmm.
because sometimes that's what it happens. Like there's a lot of Summers in this world, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of Toms, and sometimes Summers get engaged and they don't like have the closure with the other partner. It's not always that
Yeah.
it happens.
I feel
So
like
yeah.
that's why he's maybe so hung up on this relationship.
Yeah.
It's because maybe he did not get the closure, so at the end of the day, if he wanted to get a closure, he had to like imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love how you said that like he maybe imagined that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never thought about it this way, and I did want to believe that the sin actually happened, but
Mm.
it does make a lot of sense that maybe it didn't, because a lot of times even friendships end and there's
Yeah.
no closure or nothing like that's talked about it. It's just people
True.
fading away from each other's lives
Mm.
and moving on. So yeah.
Also, the movie stars a lot of like very famous actors.
Yeah.
He's that are side actors. Matthew Gray Gobler is in it. Chloe Moretz is in it. She was really young in this movie. Um, and of course the leads. Zoe Deschanel and Joseph Gordon are in it too. So
Yeah.
yeah, great cast,
A great cast, and I love the acting, and
great chemistry.
yeah. Yeah, great that's a very good point. I love the chemistry between
Yeah.
them. It made perfect sense.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's it. That sums it up for 500 Days of Summer.
Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.